How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring the Split, the new Tier 7 Pan-European destroyer. Now, the Split. This ship has become one of my favorite destroyers at the tier pretty quickly. Uh, it kind of checks all the boxes that I care about, and that mainly has to do with destroyer hunting and using main guns to get the job done, which this ship is definitely no slouch. This ship is extremely fast. I'm pretty sure we're sailing at 40 knots without our engine boost. And then the engine boost, not as powerful as your typical engine boost. I think it only gives like 5%, which isn't the end of the world just because your base speed is already so high that the engine boost basically will get you to pretty sure 45 knots, which is, I think, on par with the French destroyers, and we all know how fast those are. On top of the speed, this ship also has access to a 10-second radar, and with Jersey Swirsky's unique skill, if you use your smoke generator in combination with your radar duration will match that of your smoke generator. So if you were to, say, use your radar and then start using your smoke at the last second, your radar will then be extended by 20 seconds, which is pretty nasty for a destroyer. 30-second radar, and I also forgot to mention the fact that the new unique skill also increases your reload speed by 10%. So it's almost like a miniature funny button for reload, which I do definitely enjoy. You also get 3 radars stock, but unfortunately you can't really use the Universal Commander to get a 4th radar. I mean, you can with fully packed, but then you're not getting the bonuses that you would get from Jersey Swirsky's unique skill in the 4th row that gave you the 10% reload and longer radar duration. Kind of unfortunate, but then again, probably would be a little busted if we did have that option. And then on top of all of these goodies that we already have, the main battery is pretty nasty for what it is. 150 or 152s, don't actually remember. But as you saw, a reload for that caliber of gun is pretty nutty. We're sitting around 3 seconds for a reload. And, well, we do only have access to HE, but the HE alpha is pretty high, especially if you run mortar, which I believe I am running in this match. Having a radar, being able to spot whatever outspots you, you don't really need to use anything else, and well, mortar just allows you to smash pretty much everything. And then on top of all of that, I'm pretty sure this thing also has improved HE penetration, so we can pen some cruisers and even lower tier battleships hulls, which is again pretty nasty for a destroyer. Yudachi torps, this thing being fast, we can speed up and dodge those pretty easily. I will say though, the one thing that the Pan-European destroyer, actually, I guess technically just this line, is you don't actually have access to prop mod. So speeding up and slowing down is, I would suppose, closer to the British destroyers, since those are the other ones that don't actually have access to prop mod. But it's not like we really need it. Being able to speed up pretty quickly without it, and also being as fast as we are, it's pretty nasty. And then in a pinch, if we truly need to speed up or accelerate quicker, we can always just use our engine boost, as that also will help with this ship's acceleration. And just like that, we have cleared our flank 2 destroyers. ACAT, Yudachi really had zero chance. Their only hope would have been to torpedo us at some point, but I'm pretty sure the ACAT tried to torp a ship behind us, and, well, Yudachi did try, almost got a torp hit, but Split, being as fast as it is, we were able to dodge it pretty easily. But yeah, Split, honestly, because of what we just did to the enemy destroyers, is pretty much the reason why it's become my favorite, or close to my favorite. Not sure. It might be. I think it's still competing with the ZF6, mainly because ZF6 also has a bunch of funny buttons to make it interesting. But Split is definitely very good. So I'm very excited for the Katsunis, the tier 8 version of, well, I guess the progression of this line. And I have some pretty high hopes, although that remains to be seen since we're going to be fighting higher tier destroyers. But having all these goodies, radar, engine boost, smoke, extended radar, boost tier reload from the unique skill, I feel like Katsunis will definitely be able to hold its own. And then we'll also get to see, I guess, just how nasty Katsunis will be, especially trying to compete against something like Smallland, which is already a very good destroyer hunting ship, because, well, you also have access to radar. Obviously, Smallland isn't what's supposed to be there. Ostjotland got shifted down a tier, and realistically, that line's not supposed to have a radar. But with Wargaming's selection of what to throw in the tech tree, because there's not a whole lot of things to throw in there since they pushed everything down into the lower tiers before tier 8 existed, it's not like there's really a whole lot of options. A little disappointed Smallland is there, but at the same time, at least we have it, and it's also still pretty good. Enemy Leon, pretty low HP, so we definitely wanted to finish him off so we could chase the rest of their team. They do have 2 destroyers still, and we do have 1 radar left, so I'm kind of hoping to catch one of them with the radar and get rid of him, and then hopefully the last one is well, low enough that our HP, if we do have to trade some, is low enough that we can win. But also, with that Leon, we targeted his bow and we were getting penetrations, and we got some pretty good chunks out of the bow, so you can see that these guns will definitely pen battleship hulls that are lower tier than tier 7. I don't think they have 32 pen, so same tier battleships we won't get. Haven't done the science test yet to figure out what exactly we have, but if we pen 25, that's still more than good enough because, well, at least we can get those light cruisers out. I popped my radar to see where that Friesland had gone, since he pretty much smoked up next to the island and almost hid the Nagato, but unfortunately he actually left. I was hoping our torps would catch the Nagato as well as the Friesland, but Friesland was smart enough to get out of there. So now we don't actually have a radar anymore. I did use my smoke generator to try and extend my radar, hoping our team could, well, maybe shoot the Friesland while we extended it, or any other ships within our radar range. But unfortunately, the only thing that actually went down was the Nagato that had beached and basically got himself killed. Enemy Leviathan trying to push in. Luckily, our team did start spotting. I would have been fairly disappointed if we had to go out and start spotting after we, I guess, basically used both of our smokes. And, well, we're also on our last engine boost, so we have gone through all of our consumables already. Fully packed is looking kind of nice right now. But then again, not having the unique skill in the 4th row, kind of a big trade that I'm not yet ready to make. Twist and Track, though, starts pointing far to the left, and we do find the enemy Friesland trying to sneak up on us, probably with sonar. We also know he doesn't have his smoke anymore since he used it next to Nagato. And yeah, Split's DPM is just pretty nasty. We can hold our own against the Friesland, but unfortunately, Z23 gets the last hit in. And as I'm recording this, we did have our patch notes. So I guess technically we would have gotten that new ribbon for an assist. But yeah, unfortunately, we also need 1 more kill. So we would have also had a Kraken with that. And yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get it. We still have a couple more ships to go after if we want our Kraken medal as we hit the island, even though we're a full ship length or ship width away from the island. But yeah, I plan on just trying to go in YOLO, maybe trying to find the destroyer first and see where he's at. But he gets spotted charging towards our hood, and yeah, since we're not really going to find them, I decided to just turn in and see if we can catch their tier pits and their destroyer, and then maybe secure a Kraken while also finishing them off. I don't really think that if I were to, say, botch this and die, our team would throw. We have a pretty big points lead, and there's quite a few ships that's still alive. BA tier pits, though, charging towards a Siegfried. I was kind of expecting Siegfried to use his port side torpedoes as tier pits pass by, but perhaps he didn't actually have his torp tubes loaded. Maybe they got destroyed off the rip because of RNG HP for modules. But then, yeah, either way, tier pits, full HP. Now we have to deal the full damage. I launch my torpedoes and start trying to deal as much damage as I can. Obviously, pan-European torpedoes don't do the most damage, as we leave him on a sliver of HP, but we do end up finishing him off because, well, we kept shooting. Almost got yoinked at the end as well, as I saw shells from probably the Z-23, maybe Siegfried, going for that tier pits, as well as we secure our first Kraken in the split. But also, well, nothing but also this ship is very fun and also very good. Don't play this as a torp boat. It's not like you can extend the torp range unless you were to use Gleaves as an inspiration, which is a waste. But luckily, no torpedo safari. So hopefully players use this as a gunboat like it should be, and they avoid using this as a torp boat. I would be very sad to see torp boat splits and whatnot. But yeah, Swirsky with mortar, unique skill, twist and track. This ship is just basically absolutely cracked. I think at this point we've played 10 battles, but also have a 100% win rate. I think this thing just does everything, and part of me feels like it might get nerfed just because of how strong it is, but I also don't want that to happen. But we'll see as more players get their hands on the ship. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more, and share it with your friends, or leave a comment down below on other ships you want to see in the future. But anyway, till next time, aloha.